Well, matchup number one between Deandre Ayton and Jusuf Nurkic is in the books. And Sundo, things could not have gone better for Suns fans. Not only did Nurkic have a really good game, Ayton looked lethargic, in my opinion. He looked like he had ill intentions, driving to the rim and dunking hard the first dunk that he hit, but after that, it was a whole lot of nothing. And it's left me feeling really good, even better, about this Nurkic Ayton trade. Hit that like button for us and let us know in the comments, how do you feel after the first matchup between Jusuf Nurkic and Deandre Ayton?
I mean, Ayton just looked like, to be honest, he looked like Deandre Ayton. Like, he looked like the one that we're used to seeing, it just in a different uniform, which I have to agree with you, feels great to see. As I mentioned, the heel turn on Ayton for us has been crazy, but it's well deserved. And so, yeah, Nurkic talked about this in the live stream. He had a great game statistically, but even then, all the small stuff that he did on the court was more valuable than what anything Ayton, could offer us right now. Nurkic had 17 points. He had 8 rebounds. Could have definitely had a double-double or a triple-double, had he played the whole game. I mean, there's a lot to rave about. And on the opposite side, Ayton, 7 points. 6 rebounds, 3 fouls, 2 turnovers. Like you mentioned before, he played lethargic other than that one first dunk and those first few points that he had at the beginning. I'll be honest with you, those first few points that he had in the beginning, I said, oh boy, here we go. Here's the Ayton that expected to see, the one that's going to be mad at us and going hard. And he did look good. He had a block or 2 in the beginning, but then after that, he just sort of checked out. And maybe he checked out because it was the preseason and he said, okay, I did what I wanted to do in the first part of the game, and that could be it, but he just didn't look good, so I'll take it.
To me, it didn't feel like he checked out because he felt like his work was done. I feel like he checked out because he was trying to get his mid-range to go when it wouldn't, and they stopped looking to feed him the ball. You said it in the post-game. It looked a lot like when he played for the Suns, and it's got us feeling like maybe he was the problem after all. Maybe it wasn't so much, because we would always complain, they don't give him the ball, they don't feed him, and the Ayton haters would say, well, he doesn't fight to get open for the ball. I didn't see him fighting to get open for the ball. There was a 5-minute stretch in that game where I forgot he was on the court. My eye wasn't drawn to him at all. I didn't even notice him. And then I thought, oh, wait, Ayton's out there. Well, what's he been up to? And that's how it felt as a Suns fan.
You know what? Fair enough on that one. But I will bring this up. It was their first preseason game. I'll put quotations there because it's the first time they played an NBA team other than whoever they played their first game, which wasn't televised. So I'll give him a bit of a pass there. We'll see how he looks in the future, but it just looked like the same old Deandre Ayton. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I expected and hoped for him to look better. As much as, like I said, we had a heel turn on him, I do want to see him do well because we were Ayton stans when he was here. So yeah, I want to see him do well. I want to see him reach his potential of what I thought he could be or think he can still be. But he definitely didn't have a good showing. Let's just be honest. He was a -11 and didn't help them out a whole lot. Like you said, didn't fight for the ball. 3 of 6. He didn't go to the rack. The one time he actually did get aggressive and back someone up was Metu. And Metu is, skin and bones compared to him, right? That was the only player that he backed down and went to the rack against was Metu. That's it. He definitely balked against Nurkic. So there's that.
And speaking of Nurkic, you brought up a little bit of his stats, 17 points, 8 rebounds. You failed to mention that was at halftime and that he had 5 assists to go with it. We knew about his passing. We knew about him doing the grunt work. People have been upset that he hasn't really shown out stats-wise. Well, how's being on pace halfway through the game versus Ayton of all people to be on pace for 34 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists, triple-double, not unlike a Joker stat line that we were seeing from him against us last year. I'm not saying that Nurkic is going to do that all the time, but you will get those types of performances from him. And even in the games that he doesn't show out statistically, he's going to selflessly be doing the little things like setting hard screens, freeing up the big three. It might not show up in the stats, but it shows up as a W. And you combine all of that, like we've said, with him not being on a max contract, getting paid basically half the money, and you got Grayson Allen out of it. It feels like the Suns really won that trade.
I mean, right now it looks that way for sure. You know, Grayson Allen is definitely a bonus piece in that trade. Nasir Little and Keon Johnson, you know, I expect them, and we talked about this, I expect one, if not both, to be moved relatively soon after November 26th. So yeah, Grayson Allen was definitely the bonus, and Nurkic is definitely looking like the starter that we need. So far, it looks like we're winning that trade.
Tell us what you guys think in the comments. Did the first matchup between Nurk and Ayton change your mind at all about the trade? Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you guys soon.